good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Oh, good Friday evening, everybody. Hope you had a great day today. Of course, every day above ground is a great day. No matter what you're going through, you can deal with it, man, when you're still living. When you're dead and gone, that's it, it's over. Um, y'all, I think I'm gonna give you my take on the vice president. Um, everybody jumping on the fact, is she black or how she talk? Um, well, see, what you got to realize, Kamala Harris is a chameleon. It's like one of them lizards that adapt to whatever their environment is, whatever she got to be, in order to get in that White House, she gonna be it. Whatever she got to say to get there, she gonna say it because, man, let's face it. Once she get in that White House, she set for life. Her and her family set for life, man. They set for life. They got millions of dollars coming in. They got health insurance on your dime. They can travel. They get an office. They get a salary on top of the outside money that they're making. So, if she ever become president, man, she's set. She's set. And she's doing and saying whatever she have to do to get the job done. That's exactly, and see, and that's what politicians do. They'll say and do anything they need to say and do to get you to support them. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. And whatever she have to be, whoever she have to be like, that's what she gonna do. That's exactly what she gonna do. Because that's what she been doing all this time. She's a chameleon. It's a chameleon, however you want to pronounce it. That's it. It's just the bottom line. And some of y'all are the same way. You'll do and say anything you have to do and say to get some of the stuff that you want. She's no different than some of y'all that's doing and saying and being just to get what you want. What's the difference? Oh, she's running for president. She's running for president. You ain't running for squat, and you still acting the same way. So quit being surprised, man. That people will say and do and be whatever they need to say, do, and be to get your support, especially when it comes down to this thing called politics. Because they ain't gonna never solve nothing. Let me say that again. Politicians will never solve anything. Because if they did, they'd be out of a job. Man, don't you know? If politicians could solve your issues, you would no longer need them. And they'd be out of work. That's why they can sit in there year after year after year after year after. That's why we need term limits. Because you get these people that's been around 20, 30, like Mitch McConnell, he gonna die in office. And if they didn't kick Joe Biden out, Joe Biden would die. in politics. Mitch McConnell. Look at Nancy Pelosi, how long she was on the scene. You know, this black guy now in South Carolina, look how long he been on the scene. John Lewis, look how long he was on the scene. Died in office. Eleanor Holmes Norton is just as senile as they come. She worse than Biden. And she's still in office. Just as senile as a bat. And still in office. See, and that's the problem. You get these people in these positions and they don't want to let go. Because then, see, once you get out of politics, now you got to live. Now you're going to have to be like regular people. And they ain't used to that. They ain't used to that. So, you know, that woman ain't doing nothing you wouldn't do if you was in that position. Let me say that again. That woman ain't doing nothing you wouldn't do if you was in that position. You would be doing the same thing she's doing trying to get elected. See, because once you in, you in. Once you in, you in. And see, now that the Supreme Court done clarified some immunity stuff, shoot. The future presidents, boy, they above the law. They are above that's the only position in the United States of America that's actually above the law. The President of the United States of America. They can kill your ass. And it can be justified because it's in the line of duty. They doing they doing their job. So whatever they do while they working, man, the Supreme Court has said it's okay. You now see a president now can sell some secrets and not be penalized. You see, and that's another reason they ain't gonna let Trump back in, because they know if he get up in there, he really gonna raid the Treasury. See, that's another reason they ain't gonna let him up in there again, because they know if he do, it's gonna be all about lining his pockets. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. Okay, because he president of the United States of America. That's why they trying to get up in there now, boy. So you know, get off the lady, because she ain't doing nothing that you wouldn't do. And the question of, there's a whole lot of folk ain't black that's parading around as black. It ain't just her. It's a whole lot of people that's riding the back of black folk. They sure are. And behind closed doors don't want to have nothing to do with them. And see, and let's face it. Let's face it. She can't go in there with a black agenda. Let me say that again. Okay? If you expect for Kamala Harris to have a black agenda, you riding a short bus. Man, if that woman go in that White House with a black agenda, she's dead. They kill her first. That's why Barack Obama never did anything for black folk. Because if he had, Michelle would be a widower, a widow, or whatever it is. Because he would be gone. That's why he never did anything for black folk. This is, after all, regardless of what they say, this is still America. This is still America. In America, you still got the two systems. One for white people and one for black folk. I don't care how much money you got. If you this right here, man, they got you in the category. And you got some black folk like Jesse Lee Peterson that go around bashing black people, always putting black folk down because they lining his pockets. That's the only reason Jesse Lee Peterson do the stuff, say the stuff that he don't. He getting paid. He's saying some stuff that some white people really want to say and scared. So since they scared to say it, they'll pay him. See, they'll give him the money to say all of the stuff that they scared to say. That's why he getting paid. And he know it. And he's good at what he does. Don't play him short. He's good at what he's doing. And he knows it. And he knows the game. And that's all that see right now, here's one of the problems, y'all. Right now, people don't know who to believe. They don't know who or what to believe. And they're too lazy to separate the good from the bad. That's why they just lump everything and everybody together. Because they don't want to separate the good from the bad. See, you got good and bad in every race. Let me say that again. You got good and bad in every race, even among the Jews. But they are so tight and they are so close that if you tack them, see, they're going to make you pay because they're united. And folk are mad. And they could be the same way, but they don't choose to because they're too busy bickering. They too busy fighting. We paying high prices because we can't come together as a people and say, I ain't buying that shit. Let it stay there. I'll do without before I go in and spend these high-ass prices. See, if you stop buying, prices gonna come down. But because you are a Republican, you don't want to talk to a Democrat, or because you're a Democrat, you don't want to talk to a Republican, and both of y'all paying money out the yang yang. But you won't talk to each other. And you're both paying the same, still making the rich richer. The rich ain't suffering one iota. No matter who gets in office, the rich is going to be taken care of. Let me say that again. No matter who get in office, the rich is going to be taken care of. That's why they rich. That's why they rich. See, so the best thing you can do is try to get up in there with them. That's see, and that's the thing that oh man, don't shoot. Well, they better not let me up in there. Better not let me up in there. Cause I wreak havoc. I get up in there and wreak me some damn havoc. I sure would. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would. And I'm telling y'all, man, it you know, right now, every day, I've been out here now 4 years with this sign. And just here recently have I started witnessing some of the work that I've already put in. You know, more people now are coming up and say, man, you the guy that be on TV. I see you on television. Your marketing is on point. See, I'm getting more people now who are saying something. And I got to tell you, one of the best ideas that I can say I have really embraced is having people sing their national anthem down in front of the White House. Man, I'm telling you, God got his hands all over that thing, man. And cause some of the stuff and some of the people that there's no way that I can be doing what I do. That I can be recognizing the people that I recognize, and I'm talking about on the first try. And when they ask me, how you do that? I said, man, that's God. It ain't me. It's God. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've started playing a national anthem and somebody walk up and say, hey, that's my national anthem. That's where I'm from. And they don't recognize the moment. You know, there are a lot of people that have had an opportunity to be a blessing and chose not to. And then once they learn my story, see, now it's too late. You had the chance and you didn't recognize it. And see, and that's the thing that a lot of people are guilty of. Chances come to them, ideas come to them, and they dismiss them. They talk themselves out of it. They talk themselves out of the idea. And it could have been life-changing if they had embraced it, but they scared. They scared. Or they be like the vice president that will do and say and be anything you want me to be, say, and do to get your support. See, she'll go in to wherever and have a conversation. And see, and this is another thing, you know, for all you young ladies out there that's aspiring to follow in her footsteps, man, be prepared. Be prepared. Don't get an opportunity to do something or to be something and you ain't prepared. And that's exactly the problem that Kamala Harris is facing right now. She ain't prepared. She ain't ready for the moment. You know, so many things have been, there is no way that she could have generated this kind of interest on her own. She couldn't do it. She had to be put in a position where you need her. You ain't got no other option. You got to go with her. That's the only way she can get to the position that she's in, because if she had to get it on her own, she would come up real short. She would come up real short. Okay? And let me tell y'all now, if she do become president, you ain't gonna have all that kind of access to her. Okay? They gonna keep her under wraps, buddy. You know, when she come and go out of that White House, oh, they shutting the park down. See, normally they just shut the avenue down, but when she come and go, they gonna shut the park down. Get up to 8th Street, and y'all heard it here first. If something should happen to Biden right now today in the White House, they gonna move everybody up to I Street. See, they gonna close all around the perimeter. What's going on, David? How you doing, man? They gonna close all the perimeter around the White House to I Street. You know, and they'll move over to like 14th and 18th. See, because all of that, nothing you can come in and see. See, and once they restrict an area, you can't enter that because you will truly get arrested. Okay? So if you think you're going to have any kind of access to her if she becomes president, I'm telling you now, you ain't going to get it. You ain't going to get it. Okay? So that woman ain't doing nothing you wouldn't do if you was in her position. Let me say that again. That woman ain't doing nothing you wouldn't do. Okay? If you wasn't in that if you was in that position, you'd be doing the same thing, trying to get to be president of the United States of America, because once you get to be president, man, you shit. Just that simple. It's just that simple. Once you become president, you the shit. And now that they done clarified some of that immunity, you really the shit. You can do basically whatever you want and get away with it. So you know, and that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And the people that made this decision are the ones that lied to get on the Supreme Court. Well, like I said, David, here's the you and I have a better chance of getting back in the White House than Trump does. Because Trump's biggest mistake is he run his mouth too much. He's telling too much of what he's planning to do, and it's affecting a whole lot of people. And I'm talking about a lot of people with influence. See, next year I'll be in D.C. 50 years. And when I first came here to D.C., enemies would be eating off the same plate and knew they were enemies in public. But behind closed doors, they all eating off the same plate. Okay? And Trump came into town and kicked the whole table over. So ain't nobody eating off this plate but me. You know, presidents, see, in the past, businesses catered to the fact that they had an opportunity for the president to visit them. You know, because each president would go around to other businesses to support them. Trump stopped all of that. The only business he went to was his own. You didn't see him, and if he went to another business, he sent some of his workers to get some Burger King or some other fast food joint that he ordered. He'd order that. But when he physically went to a business, the only business he went to was his own. And if you think I'm lying, name one business that you done saw him in as president of the United States. Only business you saw him in was his own. He made all the money. He turned the table over. Ain't nobody else eating off this plate but me. I'm the only one. And that's just a fact. That's a fact of life. Okay? Yeah. And they done changed all that, because now it's us against them. And see, and here's the problem, y'all. Once again, folk are too lazy to separate the good from the bad. They just lump everybody together. All them Haitians. You mean tell me one Haitian could do something and condemn everybody? Listen, let me tell you something. And this is a true fact. This is true fact. When you hear some news that somebody have done something real tragic, ask any black person, the first thing they gonna think, even before they get the details of what's done happened, first thing, man, I sure hope they wasn't black. Because if they were, they gonna make it hard on all of us. It's just like that. You hear about all that, man, I hope he wasn't black. You know, when the assassin, they tried to kill, man, I hope he wasn't black. You know, it's serious, because they're going to lump everybody together. And that's the problem right now. We're lumping everything and everybody together. We don't want to separate the good from that. Man, they're good black people, they're bad black people. There's some black people I don't even want to be around. But yet, they lump all of us in a group together. You see, we all lumped in the same group. And we can't get along. But they lump us together. There's good and bad in everybody. And the good people need to start coming together. Good people need to start recognizing other good people. Okay? Nobody want lumpy grits. Hey, that you ain't paying attention. You know, so that's you know, that's what I see. You know, good people need to come together. Good people need to support other good people. And maybe we can start something different. All is well, B. All is well. All is well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. But that's the only so now, listen, y'all. Don't Kamala Harris gonna be anything that she has to be to get elected. That's why she running. That's what most politicians do. They are chameleons. They'll do and say anything they need to do and say to get elected. That's just part of the game. And we act like we so new to this. That's the game they have to play. And you would do the same thing. Okay? If you was in her position right now, running for president of the United States, you would be doing the same identical thing. Saying and doing whatever you have to be, whatever promises you need to make, because just because you made the promise don't mean you can't break the promise. Let me say that again. See, just because you made a promise don't mean you can't break it once you get what you want. See, that promise, you can do whatever you want with it. And now that I done got what I want, I'm not upset because you mad. Cause you upset. See, and here's the thing: black folk need, regardless whether she black or not, she still ain't gonna do nothing to help you. That's just reality. She can't and live. That's reality. Okay? Yes, that's reality. And see, and right now you notice that there's subliminally, there's a lot of anti-black, man, that's right under the surface. See, this anti-woke is really anti-black. See, because anything black is not qualified. You know, and see, because they're lumping everybody together. They don't know our history. See, they're looking, they're lumping all of the history of the black folk that have made this country what it is. See, they're discrediting everything they've done. And then when you get some people out here that you got to give them everything they get, see, like I said, you know, again, the only reason Kamala Harris is in the position that she's in is because you ain't got no other choice. You ain't got no other choice. If you had another choice, it wouldn't be her. And she knows that. And she's got to be and do and say whatever she can to get you to believe in her. Because then once she get what she want, then the true her gonna come out. But right now, she's a chameleon. Same way you would do. You know, even you look at your significant other, you did the same thing. Whatever you needed to do, say, or be to get their attention, you did it. You did it. And you got the nerve to look down on her because she's doing the same thing. She just running for president of the United States of America. You was doing it with somebody you don't even like no more. You don't even like that person no more. Well, but see, here's the deal. Here's the deal. See, here's the choice that you need to that you confront with. Either you gonna vote for somebody that has to do what they're told, like her. She's gonna, whatever they tell her to do, she gonna do it. Cause she don't have any independence of her own. So you either gonna have to deal with that, or you're gonna have to deal with a person that's gonna spend their time on the golf course and getting revenge. So we still screwed no matter who you vote for. If you ain't got a whole bunch of money, you screwed. Simple as that. All right? All right, everybody out of here. I'm out of here too. Everybody else gone, let me go too. If you don't want to listen, hey man, what can I say? You know, I cast my net on the other side of the boat. See what I can come up with on another platform. All right? Well, they all do that, man. They all do that. They all do it. It's just that, you know, right now she's the center of attention. But if you focus in on some of them other folk, they doing the same identical thing. They just ain't in the limelight that she's in. See, she's in the limelight. And that's what she's gonna have to do. She's gonna have to, you know, she got a lot of ground to make up because first of all, she didn't prepare herself properly for it. Because if she had prepared herself properly, you know, she wouldn't be stumbling and bumbling the way she's doing. Just that simple. See, when you prepare, you know this stuff. But she didn't prepare properly. And they know she's not prepared. And believe this, somebody know her weaknesses. Somebody know what her weaknesses are. You can believe that. Hey, yeah, I'm telling you, man. All right, man, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. I hope you have a good weekend.